Hey, TI family, Christina Marie here, back with another video. Um, gonna go ahead and create a banner before I start this. I'm gonna go ahead and call it that. Pretty much sums it up. I'm gonna go ahead and add, I know it's kind of early and it's Saturday, but I'm always getting up early. I think I got up at 6:30 this morning. If you saw in the description of this live is in regards to the narcissistic abuse, grand risings, everybody, good morning. If you saw the title, MK Ultra and the Thieves of Joy, energy harvesting is something I'm going to talk about as well, with the use of, MK Ultra. Something that I've experienced myself as a survivor of MK Ultra. Trying to dumb my energy down as well for their control is something they do quite often. Sometimes I like to think that even the isolation stages are for, to keep the energy as well, because when you connect with with other people and connect to an environment, it does have an effect and an influence on you. And sometimes I look at my perpetrators as, just them trying to keep me like, nobody can abuse you like I can. It can become very narcissistic. And if you're a targeted individual, I'm just going to shed light on my experience, who experiences things like directed energy. It's Cheryl Lewis is in the building bright and early. Morning, Cheryl. Love you. If you're a target individual who experiences things like V2K, directed energy weapons, whatever you're going through as a targeted individual, I'm just going to shed some light on my experience. It's the Duck Whisperer. I am going to the duck pond today, so I'll be doing a live, Cheryl. But it's going to be a new duck pond, so I don't know if those ducks are so friendly. They might not like me so much there, but we're going to give it a go. I was driving by the duck pond I usually go to, and I didn't see Mama Duck. I love you. I didn't see Mama Duck out this morning, so I'll probably wait a little bit. But I'm just going to shed light on my experience in the narcissistic abuse, and learning how to walk away from it. Now, that's easier said than done as a targeted individual. We can't really walk away, but you can turn the other cheek. If you're a TI that deals with V2K like myself, which is 24/7, I hope so. There's some pretty big geese over there. Compared to me, everything's bigger than me and intimidates me. The geese out here are a different breed. They're vicious. They have attitudes. You just hang up the phone with a V2K. You go about your business as best as you can. I know it's easier said than done. Some things I learned that does help. Like an example, Home Slice, good morning, my fellow crazies. Greetings, Earthling. Yeah, I know Cheryl gets it. So I'm just going to show you guys, just from my experience, some coping mechanisms that are, some of them are kind of like remedies for coping. Changing out your coffee. I know a lot of TIs are going to be like, what did you just say? Boo, this woman. Switching out your coffee for turmeric tea or green tea in the morning. You know, when you wake up in the morning, it's a very important day. Consistency is key. And that is something that I'm learning, is that the power is within. So you got to find your power. You know, they want to try to mold and shift you and kind of make you feel like, you know, that, you know, without me, you can't do anything. When you wake up in the morning, it's the most important part of the day. You can start by playing motivational videos on YouTube. You know, grabbing a box of turmeric tea, ginger root tea, or a green tea probably costs about $3-4. And you got a pretty good amount of tea bags in that one box to last you, you know, at least 2-3 weeks. Every morning, starting that routine. You know, it doesn't take much to go outside, take your shoes off, and plant your feet in the earth for, you know, a minute or two. When you see a tree, walk by it. Even if you look crazy amongst your neighbors, just make it look like you're just leaning up against a tree. Strike a posing. But put your hands on a tree, preferably the right hand, to receive. And you can share gratitude with that tree by saying, you know, thank you for your energy. And you can just say it in your head. You know, the tree can feel energy. It's consciously aware. I hope that makes sense. Oh, yogurt fix. That sounds good. That sounds real good. But just starting your morning off to where you're in control rather than the negativity and the narcissistic abuse, allowing to shift and mold your day, if that makes sense. You know, like right now, I'm drinking turmeric tea. You can add things like natural honey. If you're not a fan of certain teas, definitely stay away from a lot of high sugars. You know, a lot of caffeine in the morning, the wrong kind of caffeine, from my experience, is, you know, not healthy. Yeah, Mother Gaia, much agreed. Cheryl Lewis. But just kind of taking your power back within. Yeah, green tea is really good for you too. So if you're a person who has health problems, prior health problems, you know, before you're targeting, or because you're targeting, things like turmeric will definitely assist you with that. Green tea will help, especially with like aging, antioxidants, etc. But it'll give you a boost of energy that is natural and bring you to a higher state of, you know, energy. You know, if you feel good, everything's all good. You know, they are the thieves of joy, is what I like to call them. I can't believe you're up this early, Cheryl. I got to get you on here soon too. I'm supposed to today, sometime today. I got to get with Wayne Morris to do. He wants to do a live with me today, so I'm hoping I can cross paths with him today, because I know there's a 10-hour difference with him being in Australia. I only got about 45 minutes on here. I got to go to. I'm going to church this morning, and then at 10, it's 9 o'clock my time. And then after that, I'm going to the duck pond. Yeah, I know a lot of TIs who do that. You know, they sleep most of the day. My life is, you know, they know my schedule. My perps know my schedule due to me being a mom. So that's another thing I want to talk about, is switching up your patterning to trip up your perps and the AI that you're connected to. You know, waking up every morning at a certain time, like say you have to be up at 6:30 a.m. Start doing things like, you know, waking up at 5:30, you know, 5:45. Each morning, do it a little bit different, but starting your mornings off on the right foot will totally override like all their BS. Doing things different, like you know, I'll usually sit in my chair a certain chair and drank my coffee. So now what I do is, I sleep or not sleep, but I sit in a totally different area of the house, or I'll turn my chair around and, do something different. And you can feel the difference. You just got to keep working on tripping up the AI. He keeps you up all night. Karaoke. Yeah, a lot of intestinal problems. And you can actually work on that because the stomach, especially, TIs who have sensitive stomachs, they're sensitive. I've noticed that people with sensitive stomachs tend to be sensitive to energy as well. And that's why they have sensitive stomachs. So I would definitely look into some holistic healing for that. Definitely taking more organics, and being kinder to your stomach, and start loving your actual stomach, because your stomach does have a brain. We have a brain, our heart has a brain, and our stomach has a brain. So start talking to your stomach, start loving your intestines, your stomach, and actually speaking to your organs, and trying, being consistent, like I said. It's a never ending battle. We just have to, motivate ourselves and find some form of motivation to keep us to be consistent. That's good. Thanks, Home Slice. I'm glad you got a puppy. Yeah, Cheryl, I know. I wish there was some way. I would highly recommend a lot of leafy greens to soak up that, because I know it's being done by frequency, but to soak up that intestinal issue. I think it would be kelp could assist you with that, to soak that up, if that makes sense. Either get you some kelp if you can't consume the actual kelp itself, the ice cream. I would definitely get some kelp in your diet. You can get it in pill form as well to soak that up. The bathroom issues, I know they're being induced because they do that to me. Yeah, seaweed is real good. Get you some kelp, chlorella. Highly recommend those, either kelp or chlorella. Will definitely help. Recommendations on different waters. I tend to, it's with a target individual, it's really hard for us because we are in survival mode, to really get the things and necessities that we need. But if you are in a place where you're able to get the proper necessities, such as drinking water, if you don't go for the pH balance, I kind of recommend a mixture of the pH balance, depending, yourself and your body better than I do. So that's why I always tell TIs, go with your gut instinct, follow, your gut, and your body. Treat your body with kindness as much as possible. But pH balanced water is always good. But I highly recommend Fiji water, because I don't really recommend too much of a pH balanced water unless you feel that it's suitable for your body. In my case, I kind of tend to mix waters, like the pH balanced waters with like Fiji water. I know distilled water is pretty good, and it's not that expensive. Some good spring water too will do you some good. But as far as the intestinal and stomach problems, you actually got to start speaking to your stomach, and speaking to your organs to override their dumbed down frequencies. Chlorella is real good. Like I said before, kelp, turmeric. Yeah, home slice. I'm very petite, and it's because I have a fast metabolism. Um, so definitely get some greens. If you're not getting enough greens, I highly recommend the vegetable pills. They have them at places like Whole Foods, Sprouts. You can order them online, veggie pills, to get the proper nutrition, nutrients, and minerals in your body. You know, I did the activated charcoal. I know a lot of people swear by activated charcoal. From my experience, it was good, but I prefer bentonite clay liquid form to remove the stuff out of my body. And for a pretty large bottle, I think it cost me like 10, $11. And you take a spoonful of that once or twice a day and chase it with water. And it works. Like, it has no taste to it. It's just a liquid form. And it works like a magnet and goes straight through your body and collects all the metals and toxins out of your body. Yeah, if you're real skinny and you want to put some weight on you, I would definitely yeah, me too, Cheryl. Oh, my cats are making a mess. I highly recommend getting like plant protein. You know, if you're not vegetarian or vegan, you know, get more healthy protein. If you still eat meat, grass fed if possible. Greetings, y'all seeing guy. Greetings, Earthling. Yeah, it's real hard, home slice, especially if you have a fast and high metabolism. It's real hard to keep weight. With my targeting and the directed energy weapons, I've lost muscle mass. So that's something I'm going to work on as well, trying to get that back and gain the muscle mass. Yeah, trying to keep you know, our bodies regulated with these attacks are, you know, from my experience, are really, really hard. You can hear my cats tearing up the place. But it's just a real tough experience when you're dealing with this form of narcissism. You know, you got to constantly try to regulate, you know, your day, and it's just a never ending battle. But like I said in the beginning of this live, starting off your morning with a positive, you know, ritual, drinking, you know, switching out your coffee for green tea, turmeric tea, ginger root tea, and playing a motivational video on YouTube, using things like gamma waves, you know, anything that just resonates with you to bring you out of that funk and fog, that hopelessness, you know, and being consistent, you know, do it. They're actually, I've got 5 cats. One of them is indoor, outdoor. These 2 cats are actually my mom's. They were rescues. We found them on the side of the road in a ditch. We left them there with food and water, hoping the mom would come back, and you know, she never came back. So we brought them home in hopes to find them a home. And my mom was like, "Nope, they're mine." And she doesn't like cats; she hates cats. So I was like, "What?" But they're hers now, and they're spoiled. They're a pain in the ass. Like, they take over the bed whenever I come over here and sleep in the guest room. They'll be on the bed all laid out like, "This is my bed. What are you doing here, human?" Yeah, I've got 5. 4 of them were rescues. Um, and I just couldn't give them up, knowing that, you know, I don't think anybody could have loved them better than I could. So I tried to find them homes in the beginning, but they just grew on me. No, I haven't heard it. You gotta share it. I'm gonna bump it when I go to the duck pond. I'll try to put it on the live when I go up there. Disco duck. It's the duck whisperer. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to a different duck pond today. That's another thing that they do. If you're a parent, being targeted is really hard, but they target children as well, and I can tell that sometimes my kids are also affected by some of the frequencies that kind of puts them in this funk and keeps them in like blah. So if you're a TI and you have kids, no matter what their age is, get them outside, out in nature. Because it seems like whenever I get my son out in nature, he just totally snaps out of like, I don't want to do anything, even if they're not being hit. Just take them outside. We're going on a hike. Let me go ahead and post this in here just in case. I've got 5 cats. Yeah. See, that's my situation. I'm kind of tied to family and animals, so I can't live that. I'm going on an adventure. And I want to travel and stuff like that, get an RV, and it's really difficult. I'm kind of tied to all that. It's Jennifer Birds. Hey Jen, there's Kendall. Happy Saturday, my friend. What is it, Papa? The cat? Yeah, travel and adventure sounds good. Yeah, I wish. I wish I could just hop in an RV and go. All right, you guys, sorry I had a phone call. Yeah, I wish I could travel right now and live like out in nature. That would be like a dream come true. It's kind of cold out here, you guys. That fall weather's kicking in for sure in Alabama. Gotta buy some boots. I'm hoping to get Wayne on here today. I gotta try to contact him. I'll probably go on Discord, contact him, and see what's a good time. If it's the afternoon or evening. I think me and Wayne could really get something good going here. because I heard they were trying to do a number in his chat the other day, and I'm not a happy camper. I'm not having it. Yeah, seeing the stars in the city sucks. I know that feeling. Out here we have a lot of country, like fields and stuff like that, where there's just like nothing. And when you go out to the country out here, it's like you can see every star in the sky. It's so pretty. Oh, you're in Maine. I heard it's real pretty up there. Yeah, see, that's what I did a live on yesterday. I was showing everybody driving, just showing everybody my day when I'm running errands. What a kind of a full day is like for me going from point A to point B. It's the same out here. Like each location is probably like a 20-minute stretch. Um, you got to have a car. Yeah, I can't be without a vehicle. My other vehicle, I have a Mitsubishi Eclipse. I got to put a timing belt on it, and I'll probably start using that for the winter. If I don't use it, I'm going to end up selling both these cars and getting an RV. If I can get an RV, my plan is to move back down to Fort Walton, Destin area, and living there, just humbling myself in spirit, living by the beach, and doing things that way. Yeah, I heard it's beautiful. Yeah, home slice. We're all spread out. Kenzo said, Tina, how are your friends dealing with this targeting? It varies, I think. As far as I go, I keep myself occupied as much as possible. Um, it's getting so bad, it's amped up that even at work, I'm, walking around sometimes with headphones in my ears playing high vibrational music. I try to stay away from things with words because they manipulate the words and actually override. That's how advanced their tech is. They'll override the actual words, in songs. It's really messed up. Where they've actually done it to the point of, trying to scare the bejeebies out of me with some satanic, like, rah, 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 and I was like, what the fuck? The all-seeing guy, yeah, a full-size RV. I mean, not really. Like, I was thinking about getting one that you haul and getting like an F-250 truck. Nothing brand new or anything like that. Yeah, my coping mechanisms, it's really, my targeting is hard to cope with. So how I deal with it is just I roll with the punches, and it's almost like literally hanging on. um, when they start amping it up, I'll, just think of a happy place and start, thinking about the beach and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, they really, what they'll do is they'll try to drive a person just crazy sometimes, is what it seems like. I mean, just all the psychological BS they bombard me with, and a few other TIs that I know. These people are just psychotic. and the audacity that, you know, some of them, the spiritual truth, you know, to some of these attacks and behind these attacks, that they actually think they're gods. You know, it's just, you know, sometimes it seems that it's an egotistical battle as well, you know. Yeah, it's I was looking at some Ford F1 F not the F-150 but F-250s, and I kind of like the older models like the 85. Call me weird, but you know, those are more solid and they're just all metal. So if I was to ever get hit by something, they wouldn't stand a chance. Those things weigh a ton. So they'll be able to haul anything and just get a, you know, camper. You know, I want the kitchen, bathroom, shower thing ordeal and live that way. That's my dream right now. So I'm trying to work on that. It's kind of hard to do with, you know, my targeting is getting amped up and they want to try to oppress me from doing anything. But I just keep getting up and telling them basically to fuck off. You know, a lot of people use they. It is numerous, from my experience, different societies, agencies also connected to societies. The spiritual truth from my experience and my research as well combined. We're dealing with some, you know, archonic forces, you know, draconian bloodlines, canite bloodlines, reptilian bloodlines, um, you know, involved. Going to see the ducks. So yeah, they is, you know, but you know, I always tell my V2K tries to make me feel like I'm outnumbered, and I'm like, look, there's 7 billion people on this planet, and they're kind of like looking for you and stuff. I'll definitely do that, my friend. I'm actually jotting that down right now so I can remember. Yeah, it is a spiritual warfare. I try to tell a lot of TIs, I mean, to each its own. I respect everybody's belief system. You know, my view and perception of you will never change, regardless what you believe in. But, you know, for them to attack the, you know, consciousness of a human being, you know, that's the doorway to the soul. Um, and, you know, I consider these perpetrators, the ones behind this, to be the destroyers of consciousness. Yeah, I definitely want to get the RV, Cheryl. I'm going to be out there. I'm hoping and praying the first week of November, I'll be in California. I know a lot of TIs who are out there. So before they do, if they do another shutdown or require the vaccination for travels, I'm heading to the West Coast for like 2, 3 days. Is your Hyundai SI? It is an SI. I got an SI. Yeah, I get a lot of questions about my car. A lot of people will. I got 1% tint on my windows. So the model it is and the way that it's set up is for a male. So I think it's funny, you know, people get a kick out of it when they see me in this car and I have my windows down. They're like, what? I've had kids like walk up to my car and go, oh my God, and it's a girl. And I'm like, yes, sir, I am. Yeah, Alan Watts. I love that saying. That's a good quote. I like that saying. Oh, you're good, home slice. If this is like a judgment-free zone, everybody's allowed to express themselves freely. Jermaine seems pretty helpful in using our own. Absolutely. Absolutely, Jamie. Yeah, you should see the kids' faces when I'm in my car. We go skating every Saturday. My son's 15, so all his friends from his school and all his friends from the skating rink, they run up to my car and they're like, Enrique's mom, will you please rev up your engine? Yeah, I got the racer seatbelts, the Japanese Tanaka racing seatbelts in it. Yeah, and there's a bumper sticker on my back windshield that says, "You just got passed by a girl." But I do got to get, I think, a new back tire. One of my tires is kind of bald. I'm hoping it's not going to cost an arm and a leg because I think they might be low profiles. Not really sure. So I'm not looking forward to that. Definitely expense. I'm not looking forward to. It's hard for a TI to have a car. Um, yeah, it does. The expenses a TI has to go through with having a vehicle. It's why I sold my Mustang. I couldn't afford anymore. I had already, spent like probably a few grand just trying to keep up with it and my targeting, doing damage to the vehicle. I couldn't keep up with it no more. I will, Cheryl. I'm hoping November 6th or 8th is what I'm shooting for. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I would love to go out there and link up with everybody, especially you and Jen. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jamie. Yeah, I already got to get my car in the shop. They did a number. They did something underneath it. I'm not quite sure what it was, but also, it is a 6-speed. My next car, if I don't get the RV, will definitely be an automatic, which is, it sucks because I love stick shift. I'm into Honda Civics, Acura Integras, racers. I love Mustangs. Um, I grew up around racing. Like, I remember my family used to take me to the Indianapolis 500 and the Formula One racing. And it's kind of like in our blood. Like, my mom's got a 97 GT and a 1990 or 91 5.0. So it's like it's in my DNA. Yeah, but it's like now I got a downside. I know Wayne could share that too because he had a badass car, dude, and they ruined it, which really sucks. I want to get Wayne on here too, so if you guys don't know him, he can share his story, and he's a good leader and also a very good speaker. But I'm going to have to downgrade if I'm not able to get the RV to an automatic, because just the expenses with keeping up with a car as a TI, they want you, to have nothing. Oh, that's dope. The all-seeing guy. I like that. Yeah, home slice. I kind of noticed that's kind of goes for a lot of TIs, because um I guess you could say I was an extrovert, in public places, and wherever I went, I was a social butterfly. People flocked to me and they're like, "Hey, hi, how are you?" And but when I left, you know, work or wherever I was just total introvert at home. Like, I have no problem with isolating myself. Yeah. Home slice, how long have you been a targeted individual? Yeah, COVID too. Oh, wow. All right. The all-seeing guy. Gotta let the dog poo. Yeah, it's coffee too, huh? Yeah, I think a lot of TIs are introverts, Janice. I really do think so. Yeah, home slice. Sorry this is happening to you, my friend. Yeah, usually that is the case with TIs is, um, you know, like mine went overt, I guess, 2015. I think it possibly could have started in like 2014, but I'm thinking 2015. But I remember just stuff happening before it went overt. So yeah, I can remember the moment when this happened to me, and it's very rare. Um, I think for people to remember, but I remember it was back in September 2015, and that's when it really happened to me. And I couldn't explain it. I didn't know what was going on. Um, I just didn't know. Then I went through the confusion stage for about almost 2 years. Yeah, see, same here. Oh, pompous ass, it's Veronica. Well, don't forget your pigtails here, lady. Enjoy your morning. Oh God! If nobody knows Miss Pompous Ass Veronica, she's got it out for me bad. Just block that. Yeah, home slice. You're gonna get a lot of love here, brother. Hang in there. Melissa Mosby said mine was 2009, 2010. That's a good question, Jamie. I think perps, for now is the best way to define them. I try not to give them too much power, Like, I refuse to define anybody as a handler, for example. It's all about, you got to be careful of the words that you use too, because it gives things power. But as far as I'm concerned, for now, I just call them perps. Yeah, home slice. I'm sorry, brother. Do you get hit with the directed energy weapons? And is it quite often, or? Yeah, your head hurts. Yeah, stay away from, definitely stay away from any, addictions, drugs, or people involved. You don't need any more negativity um, involved. You're already going through enough with your targeting. Yeah, exactly, Jamie. Yeah, home slice. Try to stay away from anybody involved in a lower vibrational just lifestyle, because it will affect you. Yeah, they do, Janice. They get irritated. It's all about control for them. Um, they get pretty irritated at me when, I do things like research or do something that, is good for me. Yeah, home slice. And I've heard that that is a common story for target individuals, um, where, they will lead them on a road and path, of falling into the arms of things like addiction and stuff like that. Once we recognize it, though, this is where, the responsibility comes in. Once we recognize it, we have to make better decisions and choose a better lifestyle. Um, and definitely stay away from that. I knew people who were addicted to things like heroin, and I literally saw, somebody so innocent and young, um, like 19, 20, get a hold of, like cocaine or something like that. And I watched their whole lives just change, and it was destroyed in a matter of like 2, 3 months. Yeah, Melissa, they tend to manipulate my voice and sound quite often. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Yeah, try to stay away from that lifestyle. Yep, it's easy to do, to get caught back into that lifestyle. Hey, Pun. Yeah, I try to stay afloat and positivity as much as possible. Doing pretty good. I'm being hit right now with intimidation, fear, and being hit in the back with directed energy weapons and microwaves. Thanks, Home Slice. I appreciate you, my friend. You got to stay strong, brother. I hope you guys are doing all right. I hope everybody's doing okay. Yeah, see, the all-seeing guy, you know, I knew a person. I didn't know her. I've talked to her a few times in person, but she was real close to the people I did know, and she got hooked on, I think it was, I want to say methamphetamines and heroin. And she got a hold, this happened, I think 2 years ago, and she was only like 24, 25. She got a hold of a bad batch that had the fentanyl, and it killed her. And she was young. And she was so young. I remember when I lived in Tuscaloosa on the campus of the University of Alabama, I was staying in an apartment building, and there was two guys who were like 24, 25. They were getting their masters, I think, in biology. Both of them died. I think the same day, from a heroin overdose. You know, it's bad stuff. Yeah, it is. My only addiction, I'm honest with everybody, is I smoke Marlboro menthol lights, but I don't even drink alcohol. I think the last time I drank alcohol scared me enough not to do it again. Because they did a number on me. It was New Year's ago, 2 New Year's Eves ago. I was drinking with my family on New Year's Eve, and they amplified the filling, and I was hugging the couch. And the whole room was spinning. And I was like, you know what? I'm good. Yeah, any kind of prescription drugs is really hard. They try to tell you it's not, but it is. It is. Yeah, the room was spinning, Cheryl. It was like the earth was spinning and I was holding on to the grass. So not a fan of drinking anymore. I won't lie, I wouldn't mind like a strong, stiff drink after my targeting, like scotch or something. Well, yeah, exactly, home slice. It is. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a stiff drink after all this. Give me some scotch. All right, you guys, I'm gonna wrap this live up. Um, and I'm gonna be back on probably an hour or two, and probably do another live stream. I'm gonna try to get in touch with Wayne and see if we can get together on here. Yeah, home slice. You're strong though, brother. But I love you guys so much, and I appreciate you guys for coming on. Hopefully I can get Wayne on here. Um, Gonna do the duck marathon part 2. Going to the duck pond. Gonna go to the duck pond and yeah, I'll try to catch the duck stream. Yeah, if you can let Wayne know, I'll hit him up on Discord here in a little bit, and we'll get this thing cracking. We'll get it rolling. I know they're doing the sleep deprivation on him, so it's kind of hard to catch him. We're like 10-hour difference. And I know I was watching some stuff online about Australia. I know they're doing a number out there. They had some heavy weather too, with some hailstorms and all kinds of shit, dude. I love you guys. Stay strong on the battlefield. I'll be back on in a little while. Love you guys.